far now, right now?
Oh, but obviously further than I thought.
Aye.
It's a perfect opportunity.
Turn right on
Mr.
Park
Turner
Street,
comments on my videos all the time.
Aye.
Here he is, put a face to
Oh,
it.
fucking hell.
Welcome back to another SuperCoop episode. You meet me with sad times. Trying to lock the door. I'm sad today. SuperCoop is not a happy bunny. Unfortunately. I'm upset. Yeah. I went to a car meet last night and the engine decided to give. I broke down at about 1:30 in the morning and managed to get home about 5:30 in the morning. So I have to say a shout out to the club that was actually still out, which is 5W, that's in the northeast. If it wasn't for them I probably would have been stuck a lot longer. So thanks to all the guys that helped, I really appreciate that. But as always, the car season has to go on. I've got a car show, which, shit, I'm late for. Right, so let's head to this car show. We'll get the camera gear and let's get the hell out of here because once again I'm late. Didn't realise the damn time. And phone's going. Yeah, so we're going to a car meet. It's a Karuma car meet. And I'm going in a Qashqai. My daily, the joys. So a quick update on what actually happened. I went to a car meet and upon leaving it, to straighten the camera up a bit, doesn't seem to be straight, yeah, might be better, might be worse. A couple of guys decided to leave. It's okay, don't give way to me, bloody idiot. And I was following a friend. Well, he was actually no. Now we're not straight. What's going on here? Start that again. So a quick update of what actually happened. I was on boost, tapped off, went round a roundabout, accelerated again, and it was spluttering. I limped to the next roundabout, pulled off to safety, expecting the car to cut out because it sounded very similar to when a boost bike blows over and the car is rolling and it keeps like the engine going. But when it came to a standstill, it idled smoothly but with the knock. So yeah, there's quite a distinctive knock coming from the engine. Obviously in due course I will give you, those are interested, I'll give you a demonstration what's actually going on, because I have had a little bit of a look today with a friend of mine. We predict could be a piston. It's one of them things, unfortunately. It's just happened at the wrong time. It's the beginning of the car season. Genuinely gutted, but what can I do, you know? It's a material thing it can repair eventually. It's just heavy on my pocket. I think that's probably hitting me more. It's about money and it's about car season. It's the time of year that SuperCoop lives for. And yeah, I've got to drive a Qashqai. The joys. So I'm now off to Karuma, running late again. And the boy needs fuel. I always need fuel. Every time I vlog I need fuel. What the hell's going on?
I've put my diesel in to my high-powered 1.5 turbo diesel performance Qashqai, and we head to this meet. I don't normally vlog my own meets because sometimes I kind of find it cringing and I'm vlogging my own thing, but a few people have requested that I do it, so why not? Take the cameras along, take you along, and you can see a Karuma meet, see if they've grown from the early videos that I did. I have to admit that I don't feel right not being in the Qashqai. Not being in the Qashqai, I am in the Qashqai. Talking shit because my mind's all over the place. Not being in a Skyline and not being in something that's properly JDM. I don't feel like one of the boys, you know? There's something rattling around here that's digging my head in. Oh, fed up. Fed up. I know I should smile, I know that it's not the end of the world, is it? Material things, but still, I'm like a child without its favourite toy. Going to something that I really enjoy, half the enjoyment's driving the car. I'm missing out. Especially when I know somebody that's just bought a brand new car, and I'd love to get them side by side, because I'm sure his is red with white wheels and mine's blue with white wheels. Perfect picture. Never mind. Upon prediction on my current situation. What the hell happened there? The Qashqai just come. Don't ever do that to me again. I put diesel. I did put diesel in. Shit, did I put diesel in? Or did I put fuel in? Fuck's sake. Right, it's a couple of days after, not a couple of days, it's actually the day after, talking shit. So it's the day after you saw me with the car that was completely knackered. I went to a meet with the Qashqai. On the way to the I'm fucking talking shit. So it's the very next day from the meet that I had. When I went with the Qashqai, we only saw a couple of clips. You've just seen the clips before. I had a bit of a mix-up when I went to the meet. I put the wrong fuel in the diesel. My mind's been all over the place. I put wrong fuel. I put V-Power. Thought I was in the Skyline. Very embarrassing, but we got sorted. So I actually aborted vlogging for that because just the mind was all over. Fortunately, I've had some epic support. There's a couple of lads here from Karuma, and they're actually here to try and diagnose what's actually wrong with the car. So why don't we come and have a look? I'm not a mechanic. I can learn. Maybe you can learn. Let's go and have a look. So in my background I've got Michael. He's part of Karuma and he's very kindly offered his services to come and have a look at the car. We have had started up. I apologise that you guys haven't listened to what the car actually sounds like, but it's a hell of a lot worse than what I remembered and a lot worse than what it was yesterday.
To be fair, we don't want to start it up.
And yeah, he's just advised, just don't start it up. In a nutshell, it's completely knackered. He's already started this disassemble process. So I'm going to mount the camera so you guys can watch and learn, because I need to learn as well and I need to get my hands dirty.
still in line. That's still in line with us. Yep. They're both.
Right, so it's not your timer.
They've lined up on the bottom top mark there. I wouldn't say it was a timer. Got it? No, they were all alright. Put more towards the bottom end.
So if the top end's okay and I've got a bottom end, I could still salvage the top end.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. As long as it's done, as long as it hasn't, when the bottom end's gone, as long as it hasn't come up, because obviously if the bottom end goes, it creates a larger opening.
Okay.
And with Japanese engines of the likes, they're all really close tolerance. So if your piston's gap's worn too much and it can throw the piston higher, it can come in contact with the valves.
Okay.
So what you need to make sure from there is that it hasn't smashed out the valves.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Okay.
Looks alright, your timing's still in place, so you should be okay. But until you take the head off, you'll never know. There we go. You got it?
I don't see the picture either.
There's a pipe at the back. You got a hold?
I've got a hold of it enough. Dripping oil.
You just have to clean the drive.
I put gearbox oil all over. I'll pressure wash it at some stage.
Oh, here's us being fucking careful.
If I lift, you can put that onto it.
Where we going?
You'll see the pipe will come out.
Where?
See that one bolt that's sitting?
Oh, look.
Yeah. Yes, mate.
So this is a quick Skyline update. As you know that the Skyline's close. These guys have come to help. They're going to take the engine out and they're going to take it away. Strip it and diagnose it. I swear to God, this British weather is unreal because they came here, sunshine, had a look at the engine and it poured down with rain. So we put this up and the sunshine's starting to come out. So we're going to leave it on. We've got to go and crack on. I've got to go and get my hands dirty. So I'm going to leave the camera somewhere around and you guys can just watch us graft. Watch me sweat.
Here's one we did earlier.
So I'll just hold the camera, it's fine. I'll just do the hard work.
Woosa. Try and use my poker and put the and hit that under a bit more.
Saucy man.
You mean this poker?
See if we can hit the
Axle stand.
Axle stand under a bit more. Right. Because I've lifted it up, You on? Under?
Under. I'm bottomed out on this engine, mate. Yep. Right off. Loose again. There we go. You're not off completely, mind. The gearbox is kind of all the way through. The clutch is out now. Sure. Just watch that pipe.
That's it, go on.
Right, you're not connected to it, are you?
No.
It's all disconnect. Come out with a nice angle, that actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you kind of want when you're doing it.
Hope you're going to speed this up in the video.
I think when we put it back in, we'll
You'll
lift,
just be getting me on the
we'll
video.
lift the car up and put it under some blocks, bring some blocks up,
Yeah.
so we can get a jack onto that gearbox. That's what the problem was.
Yeah.
Right, stop Anna, just pull it forwards. Ready?
Whenever you're ready, just watch the other end from the front.
Stop.
I can go higher.
Man of steel, man. Man of steel.
Yeah.
Right, I can't go much further back than this. So we're going to have to turn. Pull your end out.
Right.
Happy?
Yeah, come down. Let's stop that.
It's out.
High five. Oh, then give us a high five.
Should start doing the side five things with you lot. Adam, side five.
That's fucked up.
What's this? What is it? Thrust bearing.
Thrust bearing.
Oh man.
It's alright. You getting a new clutch?
Not a new clutch.
Yes.
No.
Alright, you need a new thrust bearing then.
Yes. New thrust bearing, but not new clutch. Clutch is fine.
Wow, how much is clutch?
1400 quid. Can you?
Yeah, clutch is not getting changed.
It's a 1400 quid clutch. You can fuck off. So here we are. Yeah, the car is completely gone. As you've just seen that the engine's come out. It's taken me a while to do this video. I think this has been a hard video for me to make, and also because through the time that this happened, everything else in life seemed to happen at the same time, so it kind of like threw everything off. And for me to find time and to the motivation in order to shoot this video and document everything that's happening with the car, I kind of find it very difficult. That is the process at the moment. The engine, as you've just seen, is taken out. I'm obviously sitting in the car just for old time's sake. I haven't been in the car for a couple of months, so it's actually still quite a nice place to be in. I miss it. So yeah, I'll show you around the car, the actual condition. It's been standing for a couple of months, so like the brake discs are all rusted up, and I'll have a quick look underneath the bonnet. It is a mess, so please bear with me that it is a mess. Yeah, we'll update it as I go along. The car is now going to be a work in progress. It's not going to be back on the road anytime soon. I will update to reasons. There are some big plans heading my way, but I have to bide my time. So yeah, let's just go and have a look at the car. A quick update, that's all it is. Yeah, so we'll get the bonnet open. Excuse the sunlight, it's very late in the afternoon. That is the current situation. Unfortunately, everything's just been stuck. The gearbox is held on with cable ties. I don't know how well you can see that. It's a bit of a mess, but the plan is that we're going to take everything out of here and clean it up. Where the exhaust, I had a problem with the exhaust manifold that kept on blowing. It was just too far gone, and yeah, so that was the reason for all the black on the struts. But I plan on trying to polish that back up, get it back up, because I mean, once the engine bay is clean, it is actually really nice. Yeah, obviously everything's in the bloody boot, so the current engine is going to go up for sale, and I'm on my way to go and price it up and just get rid of the engine. As I've said before, there's plans that I'm working towards. I have to be patient. If you can be patient, that's great. But there are some big plans that are going to be coming SuperCoop way. Through a lot of work. Don't we all have to work hard for our luxuries?
Obviously, I know that you'll be asking what the hell am I driving now. I had the daily. Well, I've still got the daily. The daily's parked over there. Excuse the wind noise. The daily is parked over there. But unfortunately, I've had to buy something else. You know, I needed something a little bit more JDM, a little bit more, not JDM really, because it's not really JDM, but something Japanese. As you know about Kuruma, UK, it's a car club. I can't really be rolling around in a bloody cash car, can I? So I bought something. I'll give you a quick glimpse at it. It's nothing special, but it's going to tide me over until I get to where I want to be, to the point that it's going to be big news for the SuperCoops channel. If you can make it out, that's the new car. It's a little 2-litre Toyota Celica GT. It's a 1998. Not too bad on the rust. It's got a few problems that it needs sorting out. I have had the car for a while. As I said, it's been a while since I've vlogged. I've changed the suspension already. The rear suspension was completely shot, and it needed a whole bunch of other things to do. I will give you a closer look when I get the time. But why don't we go and have a look at the engine, price it up, well, picture it up, so I can put everything up for sale. As you can see, brakes have been bloody cobwebs everywhere. Brakes are starting to rust. It's been here a while. Tyres are completely flat. Obviously, I've put the old wheels back on. Yeah, and that's the update on the Skyline. Unfortunately, sad. And it's been, like I say, been a very hard video for me to make, and I think that's why it's taken me as long as it has. Right, we're here doing an update with Adam. Adam's very kindly offered all his services and his knowledge to try and get the engine out. He's spent some time diagnosing what's actually going on with it. The crank's completely history, so we're going to have a look at all the parts that are left lying around, and obviously take some pictures, because I'm going to put everything up for sale. So let's see the damages.
First off, you can see here, there we go. That's far too much end float.
Yeah.
And when I take the bearing carrier off, you'll see what's caused it. So just a quick update here, showing you what actually is one of the problems with the crank. There's a gap here, which would be very high tolerance, and you should not be able to move the crank like that. Because it's moving so much, is obviously where he's getting all the problems. It's because it's on this face here, it's been, when something's thrusting at the back, was pushing the crank forward into that face like that, which in turn is the clutch.
Which could be the clutch, yeah.
Which could be the clutch the previous person.
So that sort of tolerance, that sort of play in there, because Nissan engines are normally very small tolerances, so that you can't have much play, and that is a sizable amount of play, considering when everything's down to the minuscule measurements. So never mind. What can I do with that? I like that colour.
Take it home, keep it.
No.
Floor plan for that crank?
Yeah, done. Mainly on here. You lift the crank out. So that's your centre journal there. Your centre journal runs the thrust washers. So how much it allows the engine to move. You can actually put your finger on there, and you can feel how much damage that it's caused.
So that should be flat, not
should be flat.
Right. So there's actually an indentation in there.
Yeah.
So what would cause that?
Something's been pressing on it, so either the clutch is the wrong one, and it's actually been pushing up against the crank too much.
Okay.
And causing it to hit off that.
Yeah, because another thing that we've determined. It's got an OS Gicken, however you pronounce it, twin plate clutch, and the clutch is obviously knackered as well.
It's alright. You getting a new clutch?
Not a new clutch.
Yes.
No. Put that down. Oh. Cheers, Adam. And the clutch is, there's nothing much left on it. So we're going to need a new clutch as well.
It's alright. You getting a new clutch?
Not a new clutch.
Yes.
No. This build just gets more and more expensive. Adam has run through me with all the damages and the wear and tear on it. So it's one of them things which is a headache in itself. It's like trying to play bloody Tetris. Come on! I will not be defeated. Have I got it wrong? I have. Oh. This is going a certain way, does it?
Just fiddly, I think it was.
You made it look easy.
No, it helps me off as well.
Oh, there you go. Jesus. I like the colour.
Definitely. But also with it throwing that around,
Yeah.
what that's doing is it's moving the pistons, so it's con rods. So
Uh-huh.
it's doing that. It's been throwing the con rods, so the bores, a slight ovality in the bores,
Okay.
which with a bore you might get rid of.
Right.
But then obviously you need oversized pistons to counteract that.
Okay.
You also found that your turbos pretty much well and truly just goosed.
Yes. Yes. When we took everything out, the car started using oil a couple of months before it gave in, and I couldn't understand. There was never smoke out the back. It wasn't dripping oil. But when I took the turbo side out, I don't know how well you can see that. We'll take it out into some light. The MAF sensor, the gauze on the MAF sensor frayed and sucked its way through the turbo, serrating all the teeth on there. And when I took the water line off, there was oil in the water. So obviously that needs now a rebuild. I will be keeping the turbo because I plan on putting the turbo back on the car because we need the 400 horsepower eventually. The pistons, they're in good nick, are they?
They're in alright nick, but
Alright,
no use to this block.
right.
So
But salvageable to somebody else that would...
salvageable to someone else, you got to put piston rings on them and they'll be alright.
Okay,
There's no major marks on them, it's more of a slight ovality in the balls.
yeah,
So basically, and you've also got your knock sensor which was smashed,
smashed.
which was causing the ECU fault you had.
Yeah. You can pick them up cheap as well.
Yeah, that's good. Bearing breaking down into copper.
See, I'm not a mechanic, I'm learning something now. I'm learning.
Which basically means you would have to machine the crank
Okay.
again to take it.
But because the centre is completely knackered, this is now written off.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And then it's daft because you've got marks on there as well, which you'd have to get machined out, so you'd have to go for undersized bearings. If you would use it, you can't use the crank again.
Yeah.
The crank is well and truly knackered, you'll never ever repair that.
Yeah. Okay. Just a big paperweight. I might make a standing lamp.
Yeah, I would.
We just stick a
Yeah.
bulb on the top and put a thing on the bottom. Okay. But obviously, is that written off, or can that be
No,
reused?
it'd be safe because it's eating into the thrust washer, which is this part here on your main bearing. See,
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as long as that, so that can go with the block, surely.
that'll go with the block,
Okay.
and the next owner with the block or whatever can decide what they want to do.
Okay.
But obviously that there, it's just eating your thrust washer.
Right.
You never get this crank back. They don't make an oversized washer, even if you could get that made flat again, but you never will.
Yeah.
That'll never ever flatten out. It's knackered.
Yeah. We'll turn it into a lamp or something. It can be another SuperCoop video that we do
Yeah,
something.
definitely.
Well, that's the update on the Skyline engine. A big thanks to Adam. He's been a great help with this. You know, he's offered his time and he's doing everything for nothing. You know, you don't get many people like that. So I'm going to sign up here. I'll take some pictures, giving up online to sell. And maybe the next video we'll take a walk around the Celica, because obviously I've briefly mentioned that now the new car is the Celica. It's nothing fancy, it's pig slow. No, wait, it's fast, it's really fast. When it's on boost, it's fast. I'll show you on the next video. But thanks for sticking around, bear with me. It's one of them things, but we will get the car. It's going to take some patience, some hard work from me, patience from you. Stick around, there's big things coming for SuperCoop. Bye. SuperCoop is a cool guy.
SuperCoops is a girl guy. What?